Hey, hey, Unstoppable You crew. Quick vibe check. On a scale from 1 to I've been wearing the same sweatpants for the last 3 days. How are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty amazing, but I want to know how you're feeling. And I promise that by the end of this episode, you'll be feeling at least 1 point higher. Why? Well, because I like to bring a lot of corn to the conversation. Yeah, I can be corny. It's part of being silly. I like having fun and I don't know, doing things that are make other people laugh, even if they are laughing at me. I don't care. Anyways, so listen, today we are breaking out of the world's biggest, most clingiest comfort zone prison. And spoiler alert, the walls are made up. By who? Us. We put up the walls. We create the walls. They're not even there. So, um, here's the thing. What we're going to do is we're going to break out. It's going to be like the great escape. We're going to break out of that comfort zone prison. And that comfort zone prison, you might be asking yourself, not you. You might be asking you might be asking yourself, what is that? And what do I even care? Listen, the comfort zone prison, it's kind of like a hotel room with bad Wi-Fi. You know you should leave and find a better hotel, right? But the bed is so comfy. So you weigh your options and you're like, I guess I'll stay because I'm already here. I'm already comfortable. And why leave? I'll deal with the bad Wi-Fi, right? Yeah. Uh, this is why we stay stuck. And why do we stay there? A few things. Fear, uncertainty, laziness, and we're just comfortable. It's a cozy place to be. We already know what it feels like. We know that it's safe, and so we stay there. But the comfort zone, it's like an overcooked grilled cheese sandwich. It's safe, predictable, but honestly, it's a bit stale. Ugh, yuck. Anyways, some signs that you might be stuck. A few red flags. What are those? Hmm, they are, well, one, you know that goal or goals that you've had on your vision board for like the last 5 years? Yeah, those, they still have the price tags on them. And let's see what else. There's that thing that we say to ourselves. I will do it when I pause for a reason, and when never comes. And so we continue to stay stuck. Another sign is that the biggest risk that you're taking is like getting a different coffee order. And even that can be a bit scary for some people. Mm. So those are just a few of the signs. But today, we're going to start breaking the heck out. Let's call this the Great Escape. I like that. Yes, the Great Escape. Now, first off, I want you to know you do not, I repeat, you do not have to skydive on day one. Silly. You could fall flat on your face if you don't have the parachute behind you. So, no skydiving, folks. Just do something small. And I say, start by ordering something different in a restaurant. I did that today, actually. Okay, because I'm a creature of habit. Let me reframe that. I like to do things that I'm comfortable with. And so the reason I'm having this conversation today is because sometimes in order to experience new things and have, um, I don't know, a better uh, life than maybe we're having, we have to start by trying new things and doing new things and stepping out of our comfort zone. So again, no skydiving. All you have to do is start small. So with that new order, like I did today, and sometimes that's like living on the edge. Living on the edge. Oh yeah. Okay, back to our show. Ah, ah, I say that you make fear your co-pilot, but you don't have to give it an auxiliary cord. Okay, you really don't. And they don't have to drive, they don't have to control everything. They're just there because sometimes having a little bit of fear in certain situations is helpful to keep us safe. But it's not to have it drive our lives, right? And make our decisions. So, I highly recommend that another small step or a small step that you can do is do something embarrassing and on purpose. Because why not? Like maybe dance boldly in public. And not all of us are like the best dancers. We're not. I think I am. But that's because I love dancing. And it doesn't matter what other people think of my dancing. I just love doing it. So, but I say do it in public. I did it today. I was jamming in my own head and I was walking out of the restaurant that I went with hubby this morning and a friend. Had a glorious time, by the way, and I tried something new. And then I also was outside doing a jig when I was going back to the car. So I don't care who's watching. I don't care if people are laughing at me or with me or just having fun because at least they're laughing, right? Because laughter is so healing. So I just say do something embarrassing and do it on purpose and have fun doing it. Also, something maybe not so embarrassing is if you're used to not talking to other people that you see as you're, doing your daily stuff, going to the store, whatever, just say hi to a stranger. That's simple and it's out of your comfort zone. Or if you don't even want to speak to them, maybe you could smile because you never know, your smile might brighten someone's day. Last episode, I talked about wearing socks with sandals or the thong sandals. And so some people can pull it off and more power to them. I won't wear sandals with, but since I wouldn't do it, I think I might just do it. And I'm not going to do the slip-on ones, the ones that you can slide your feet in. I'm going to put the ones with the thongs on them. Yep, socks with thong chanclas, sandals. In case you didn't know what chanclas were, they're sandals. So I think I'm going to try that. I think so. Yeah. I think that's my next thing that I'm going to do, stepping out of my comfort zone. And I'm going to do it in public because why not? Because why not? I think that if you do things that are uncomfortable and you can laugh at yourself, it makes it easier to do the more serious things that are uncomfortable. Here's another tip. Do the 5 second rule. And no, I do not mean the 5 second food rule. I mean, make a decision by counting from five. Sometimes maybe it's 10. It depends on who you are, right? But count to five and don't allow your limiting beliefs and your brain to talk you out of it. So do something within the first 5, 10 seconds that you say, "Ooh, I'm going to do this." Just do it before other things step in and start driving, your vehicle, right? Which is you. So I wanted to share that there was this personal experience that I had. When was that? Several years ago. Something that I was very uncomfortable with was talking in front of large crowds of people. And for me, if it was someone that I didn't know, like a group of people that I didn't know, well, I was just a mess, sweaty palms, sweaty. I felt like I was sweaty all over the place. I would get really hot. I felt like my face turned red like a tomato, and I was really nervous, and I felt like my body was gyrating. Like I was a hot mess, right? So I was in property management and I was taking this leadership course. And in the leadership course, part of that course that I had to pass, I had to do a speaking presentation. And it required certain things of me. One is to be able to have a conversation that flowed, that people can keep up with. It wasn't a long, I believe it was like maybe 5 minutes. 5 minutes is what we were given to give our presentation. It was to talk about whatever we wanted to. It could have been about something personal or impersonal, just to practice talking in front of people. And I'm going to be honest, I was terrified. Number one, because I was comfortable just being quiet in a corner to myself, not being asked questions so that the spotlight wasn't on me. But this was part of what I needed to do in order to, one, pass this course that I was taking for leadership. And the other, it was really to help me to be better able to communicate to groups of people effectively and cohesively and coherently. And so part of it was, one, projecting my voice, and the other was the flow of the conversation, the story that you gave. So, if you're giving a sequential storyline, that everything just kind of fit properly and people could follow along, right? And that you also exhibited confidence. That was a task for me. It truly was a task. Did I mention I was terrified? I really, really was. And so I had done my presentation, and I decided that I was going to talk about how scared I was to be speaking in front of people, but I was to do that with all the confidence that I had mustered up inside of me. And I felt that this was a huge ask of me because, again, I was very quiet, very reserved. I kept to myself, and I really didn't want to be asked to do anything. And that actually makes me think, in leadership, you have to be able to stand up and talk to individuals and be confident so that you don't have your team kind of stepping all over you because you don't have a backbone, kind of thing, right? So it was relevant to what I needed at that time. And when I did my presentation, I had all these preconceived notions that, first I was terrified. So I had the fear that people were going to laugh at me, people were going to be talking behind my back, after, during, or before I started my presentation. And so it just added to the anxiety that was building up until that moment. And so I decided to close my eyes and take several breaths. And I I really didn't think about the 5 second rule. It was innately, I was able to just take some time before my presentation to just breathe. So remember, it was projection, the flow of the conversation, and confidence while you're giving your presentation. So after I closed my eyes and I took several breaths, I I did my thing. I felt like I was having an out of body experience because I thought I was doing terrible, honestly. And I wound up passing that presentation with a standing ovation. And I was shocked beyond belief because I was like, who, me? I don't even know how to do this stuff. And I was terrified. And so I went through it, and it was just like I stepped out of myself and I was a completely different person. But again, I repeat, I was terrified. So when I got a standing ovation, that did a lot for my self esteem and my confidence. Okay. And a little bit of ego, to be honest. I was like, oh my God, I think I could do this. Right. But while I was doing it, I was in my own head. I was saying a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't even know how I pulled it off, but I did. And I did it out of fear. And I was uncertain about what was going to happen. And part of me wanted to just not do it at all, but I didn't. And so the outcome of that was that I learned something really important about myself. Sometimes just stepping into things when you're really terrified of doing them, I don't know, it works for me. It really does. Sometimes the little steps take too long. And so I like to jump in head first and just do the thing. So I wanted to share that story because um, speaking for a lot of people is a huge challenge. And it's easier to stay in the comfort zone of your existence than to step out of it and find out that you have the potential to do something really great. So I challenge you to have a mini escape plan. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I would like for you to today do one thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Extra credit if it makes you. I did it today. I danced in public and I tried something new at a restaurant that I've been to a few times. Okay. So those are two things I did. And I would really love if you would share your hilarious stories with me. Seriously, I really would. It mean a lot to me. I want to laugh with you, smile with you. I want to share your excitement on your journey because that's what I like to do. So, uh, I want to do another vibe check, right? Another vibe check. I want to know where you're at right now from when you first started a few minutes ago. Where are you at right now on a scale from one to I'm willing to do two things that are completely out of my comfort zone and are hilarious as heck yeah. Where are you on the scale? Where? Here, there. I promised 1 point up. And that's what I promise in every one of these conversations. At least 1 point up from when you started watching this video or listening to it, whichever one you're doing. And the reason I do that is, well, one, I want to see if anything that I've said, that I talked about or brought up, any tips that I've given, have sparked inspiration or a desire to try something small. Because for me, consistency is all about doing a little bit at a time until you're able to do the big things, right? And so when we skydive into things, for some people, it really works because they just go head in and it's just like, hey, and I'm one of those. I used to be the tiptoeer, so I would do a little bit at a time. But now I like to dive into things like head first because I feel that's where I'm challenged. And so when I do things in a big way, then it makes it easier for me to do the even bigger things. Pardon me. Um, so I hope that anything that I've said today has sparked some inspiration or has given you something to think about and a desire to really break out of your comfort zone prison. Whoops, hold on a second. I do believe there's a call coming through. Hello? Comfort zone? Yeah, I don't have time right now. No, I'm getting ready to do something pretty grand, so I got to talk to you maybe not ever again. But have a nice day. they also don't want to talk to you. Okay. All right. Mhm. So that was a comfort zone. They called and they said they miss you. Listen, I'm telling you to ignore them. I ignored them. I told them you're going to talk to them. So that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Just ignore the comfort zone, even though it's calling you and it's telling you that they're missing you. Just like, no, ignore them and do something that's going to help you to move to the next level of your life, right? I am so absolutely grateful that you are here right now in this moment. If anything that I've said has been helpful in any way, shape, or form, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I am here to empower people to step out of their shadow. And I would invite you to learn more about what I do to help my clients step into their power by utilizing my signature coaching program, Reframe and Redirect. And it's about reframing your thoughts, your life, your habits, your things that are not working for you, and redirect them in a way that's going to serve your highest good, whether it's to be in better relationships, be in a better financial situation, be more connected to source, to God, to the universe, whatever it is that you practice in your spiritual life, and to step into a better, healthy version of you. And so that takes some reframing of old limiting beliefs and habits and redirecting them into something that's positive, that's serving you. So changing what you've been doing, because when you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always gotten. Remember that. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always gotten. I want you to sit with that for a moment and really think about what that means to you. So, your transformation is an inner journey from within, right? And so, I'm thankful and grateful that you have stayed with me up until the end of this video, and that you're willing to commit just one small step to a better future for yourself. And it doesn't take a whole lot. You don't have to skydive day one into anything. You really do not. Just one small thing. And that small thing could be anywhere from ordering a something new on the menu at a restaurant, doing something that you've never done before that's a little awkward or a little uncomfortable, and just laugh at yourself. And you don't have to do it in public either. I like to be extreme sometimes. I like to take things over because I like challenging myself. But if you do it at home in front of a mirror and see yourself dancing or being silly and goofy in your own, and you can laugh at yourself, then you're doing something. But it's just small little steps. Okay. So, today we talked about breaking out of the comfort zone prison. We talked about the red flags or signs that would indicate that you're stuck in your comfort zone. We talked about things that you could do to slowly begin to break out of your comfort zone. And finally, we talked about doing things that are a little awkward and a little uncomfortable, but that help us to move forward and progress and continue to grow, right? So that we can step into the best version of ourselves. And since we're always evolving and we're always growing, then this is why it's so important to do something with consistency every single day. Uh, please leave your comments. Also, um, DM me. I'm on social media, and all of my handles are at Inner Journey Transformation. Yes, my website is innerjourneytransformation.com. It is it's active, but there's a slight connection issue. But once it's up, you're able to schedule some time with me. And if you can't get into my website because I'm having technical challenges with that, you can private message me on any of my social media. And if you want to connect, I'm happy to send you a link so that you can schedule a 30-minute free discovery call with me, or just a free discovery connection call, just to connect with someone who's willing to support you in any way on your journey. And I would love to be able to assist in any way that I can. Also, I am offering a free gift that I feel would really help you to get started on your journey. So if you message me, you can comment a free gift, and I can send that over to you once you provide an email, and I can send that over to you, and you can use it how you want, when you want, but it's my free gift to you. So thank you so much again for listening. Comment, like, and subscribe so that I can grow my channel and I can touch more lives. And again, if you feel that anything that I've said has been helpful in any way, or you know of someone that could use this message today, share it with them. I would be most appreciative. Thank you so much for your support. Next episode, I will be talking about some other stuff. I am so funny. I like to write down my notes so that I know what I would like to talk about, and I can't find my notes because I keep moving things around. And normally I write them down, but instead I typed it, and so yeah, there's screens everywhere. But I, what ifs? We're going to talk about what ifs. And we'll see where it goes. That's it for today. But I got to find the button, because otherwise there'll be this weird ending where I'm looking for the end button to end the video, and I'll be all over the place. So here I am. I think I found the button. There it is. All right. Uh, Thanks for listening. I think I might do like a blooper reel. It'll still be funny. It'll be something that I can do outside. I had to figure out how to do that because I'm still trying to learn how to maneuver all this stuff. Uh, yeah, I'm getting there. But I hope you have an incredible day, and I will see you on the next video. So until then, toodaloo, darlings.